Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're ranking the best shooting guards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM here on this tier list. We got 24 of the best shooting guards in MyTEAM. If there's shooting guards I left off the list that you'd like to hear my thoughts on, like I left off a decent amount of cards from season 1, I can definitely do that. And y'all just let me know if there's any cards that y'all want my opinions on in addition to the guys in this list. But got a good list of, I think, pretty much the best shooting guards in MyTEAM to go off of in this video. Before we hop into it, if y'all haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, starting off with Cam Thomas. I'm sorry, Cam. I love you offensively, but you aren't great defensively, and you're 6'3" at the shooting guard position. He's C tier, and it's a shame because this card, if he was point guard eligible, would be at least an A tier point guard, if not S tier. He'd be the most fun point guard in the game to use, shot creation wise. He has incredible SIGs, but he is a small 6'3" non-defensive shooting guard. He will get killed size-wise. And I just think on a list of the best, maybe he's low B because he's so good offensively, but I just think this card's a liability defensively, and it really does hurt him a lot. Andrew Wiggins is going to go solidly B tier for me. Smooth release, good defender, great slasher, does a lot of things really well on the court still. He's not quite on that top tier of shooting guard the way that he was last time I did this video, but I still think he's a really solid card. I still have no issues with B tier. I think Klay Thompson is not as good as Andrew Wiggins. Honestly, he's much better defensively than Cam Thomas, but Cam Thomas is way better offensively. I'm putting them both in the C tier. I don't think this Klay is that good. I understand his jumper is good, but that's about all he has offensively. He doesn't really have SIGs. His fade is fine, but not unbelievable, and he's not a great athlete. Defensively, he's really good. He's usable, but he's not elite. I think B or C is probably the right spot for him. Jerry Stackhouse is A tier, really good shooting guard. On a list with only 24 cards, there's only about 5 cards per tier. I don't think he's top 5 at the shooting guard position, although he's right close to it. I will say that. Really good card, though. I think A tier is the right spot for Stack. Definitely an elite level option at the shooting guard position, especially if you can't afford the top couple guys. For example, the best guy, Dr. J. Best shooting guard in the game. Honestly, could be in his own tier. He is definitely the best, and it's not even really a debate, I don't think, at all. Like, he's a really, really good card, and I think he's noticeably better than every other card at the shooting guard position right now. Incredible release, incredible movement, incredible slasher, incredible defender, unbelievably versatile, elite level card. Drazen Petrovic is only a shooter. He doesn't have slashing. He doesn't have defense. He doesn't have playmaking, at least not at a high level, and he's undersized at the shooting guard position. I'm going to be totally honest with y'all. I think he's kind of bad, and on the list that is as stacked as this one is, he's probably a bottom 5 card on this list, which puts him in the D tier. And honestly, I don't care that Michael Jordan is the second greatest basketball player of all time. His card isn't good in 2K. Bad jump shot, not elite overall badges. He's not that good. I'll be totally honest. MJ just isn't good in 2K, except for 2K22. He has not been that good in 2K these last few years, and he's not this year either. That card is not good and never was. Danny Green's A tier. Honestly, you could make an argument for Danny Green in S tier, and I wouldn't even be mad at you. I might only have like 3 or 4 S tier guys, but Danny Green might be the... Is he the 5th guy? It's either him or Stackhouse, probably. I think Stack might be a little bit... Fully badged, Stack could have an argument to be a little better, but Danny Green is so good defensively, has Kemba escape, D-book dribble style, fast jumper, good fade. I'm going to leave them both an A for now, but I think Danny Green is an elite level card. I mean, definitely A tier, no doubt about it. I don't care that he's just a diamond. J.R. Smith is a new card. Obviously, the stats and badges on JR are really good, but the defense isn't like unbelievably great. He's very complete badge-wise. His jumper's honestly a little bit on the slower end. That's my biggest complaint with JR, and he doesn't have a great escape. So movement-wise, it's a little meh. The stats and badges are good enough to probably still make him a A-tier shooting guard, but he's certainly not S. Like, I think low A tier. I would take Stack and Danny Green over JR for sure. Jack Marin, really good card, still has the Curry escape, smooth jumper, decent slasher, 6'6", pretty solid, versatile defender. Feel like he and Wiggins are the perfect B tiers. Really good cards. I don't think they're quite good enough at this point to go A tier, but they're still very, very good. Very usable options. Paul George is S tier for sure. Top 3 shooting guard in MyTEAM. Elite level card. Great defender. Great size. Massive player build. Super complete stats and badges. Just an elite level card for sure. Corey Maggette is an A tier shooting guard. His jumper is absolutely incredible. Like, incredible. His jumper is so good. I have no issues whatsoever putting him in A tier. Although I will say him and Marin are not very far off. So I think you could really make an argument for both those guys. Makes me kind of want to move Marin up. And I'm not going to lie, I want to move JR down. I'm so tempted to move JR down. I don't think his jumper's that good. His movement sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care that he's noble. I'm moving him down. I'm swapping him and Marin. That's y'all are gonna say I'm crazy for putting JR in B tier. I don't care. I'm doing it. I think it's the right spot for him. Ron Artest is definitively the second best shooting guard in the game. He's got the Pro 2 fade. He's got incredible defense. He's got decent SIGs, and he's a very capable athlete. He does everything you want at the shooting guard position. He's an elite level card. Really, the only reason Dr. J is better is because Dr. J has better movement. But outside of that, Raw Test is just as good as Dr. J. He is an incredible card, and he is an S tier, 100% S tier option at the shooting guard position. Chris Mullen, honestly pretty mid. Jumper's okay, but not amazing. His defense isn't amazing. I mean, it's good, but not great. His slashing isn't incredible. He's fine, but I don't have an issue with him in C tier. I think that's probably the right spot. And Jimmy honestly is B tier too. Like, Jimmy's fine. He's good defensively, really good defensively. He's a good finisher. He's got a decent jumper. He can shoot fine. Not an incredible card. He's better than the guys in C tier because he's got more slashing and versatility offensively, I feel like. But at least Clay and Chris. But I think I can't put him higher than B tier right now. Doug Christie is going to go A tier. He's probably the last A tier card on this list, I would think. Just like Danny Green, except a little bit worse in my opinion, but still has elite fade, elite defense, a little bit of shot creation. He's not quite as complete as Danny is, not quite as good, I don't think, but I think low A is probably totally fair for Doug Christie. Michael Finley's jumper kind of sucks. I honestly don't think this Finley card is very good. I don't have any issue with him in C or maybe even D tier. I know his stats are pretty good, but he's solid defensively. He's got really good shooting hops, but his jumper's kind of cursed. It's not a very good shot, and his movement isn't top tier either. He's not a horrible card. His jumper's not like a total liability, and he is decently athletic and got good stats and badges. I don't have an issue with him in C tier, but I don't think the animations allow him to be any higher than C tier, to be totally honest. I'm still going to put Scottie Pippen in the S tier. He's still 6'8", elite jumper, Pro 2 fade. I know the shot creation on him isn't incredible, but he's an incredible defensive card who is great size, great jumper, great fade. I think he still deserves S tier. It's not by a ton, but I'm going to give Scottie Pippen the benefit of the doubt, still put him in that S tier. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I think I would take all of these other guys over KCP in the A tier. Not by a huge margin, but I feel like B tier is probably the right spot for him. He's got a very good jumper. He's solid defensively. He's a little undersized, only 6'5". Doesn't have like great shot creation, but he's a solid card. I have no issues with him in B tier. Wally Szczerbiak, this card should be good, but he's not. I'm going to be totally honest. Like he has a very good jumper, but the biggest issue with Wally Szczerbiak is when you look at his stats, he's got a 55 driving dunk, 65 interior, 47 block. Like, just some really bad statistical anomaly issues for this card that kind of kill what otherwise would be a really good shooting guard. I have no issues with him in the C tier at all. By the way, I am going to move Cam Thomas. I'm going to move him to the top of the C tier. I don't think I'm moving him out of C tier because of his size, to be totally honest with y'all. Adrian Dantley is D tier. He's small, terrible jumper. That card is atrocious, legitimately. Like, he's really bad. One of the worst shooting guards in the game, especially on this list. Like, he's terrible. Do not use Adrian Dantley. Anthony Edwards is B tier. I don't care. His movement's not that great. His defense is not that great. He's only 6'4" at the shooting guard position, and his jumper's not that good. Like, this card's a little overrated. I'm gonna be totally honest. People love Ant-Man, and I get it. He's super popular in real life too. Super exciting, super fun guy, and a fun card to use in my team too. I don't care though. I'm taking everybody at A tier over Anthony Edwards, and I am not trolling either. I truly believe he's not that good. Like, he's a fine card, but I think he's B tier. Jason Richardson, who would I move down? I don't think I'm going to move anybody down. I think I'm just going to have a little bit lopsided tiers because Jay Rich, he's worse than Wiggins, right? But is he worse enough to go? Yeah, he probably is. He's got a good jumper. He's great slasher. He's solid defensively. Little bit of movement. Is he better than everybody in the C tier? Honestly, he probably is. I think we'll go Jay Rich in B. Low B, but B nonetheless. He's a good card. He doesn't get talked about much at this point, but he's still a solid card. A great athlete too. I don't have an issue with that. And then honestly, is T-Mac still A tier? I am on the minority here probably, but T-Mac is an exceptional slasher. He's got elite size, which helps him out defensively at 6'8". He still gets unbelievable dunk animations. And honestly, I don't think his jumper's that bad. And his fade is really easy to time going right with that hot shifty shooter and a high three ball. Like, I think he's still a very solid, viable card. I don't mind him in low A. I think I'd take him over everybody in B tier right now, although it's close. But I think this is how we're going to finalize out this list. Be interested to hear y'all's thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of this tier list. If you did enjoy the video, make sure y'all hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.